because I will too, and I hope to see you guys soon. Peace!
The Power of We was a way of inclusion, a way of inviting anyone who needed or wanted a place to belong.
It was just very clear to me that this was something that would really benefit the young folks right here.
And to be able to give them a different perspective, that I know where they come from, I know what they're experiencing because I was there too. And letting them know that there's different actions that they can take that'll lead to a different destiny.
We really needed to hear that. In order to change our community, we needed to hear that.
And they are inspired to invest in making it happen. That's powerful.
I was getting it. I was in the pocket today, y'all. I don't care what y'all say. My rhythm was on point this morning. Yes, it was. And it's going to be even more on point this time next week. Yeah, it is. Yeah, it is. Oh, what am I wearing? Only the official Power We shirt. Wait a minute. And I worked on my back for 6 months in the gym just to do this. And here it come in 3, 2, 1. Get ready, y'all. Get ready. Are you ready? Okay, wait. There it is. That was it. Sure was. And I'm going to just tell you, I don't care if the camera did get blurry. You saw it when it was clear. I'm just so excited and I can't hide it, y'all. That's right. That's right. That's right. Listen, it's a wonderful day in the neighborhood. Man, somebody told me you put your hand up there. You know, those cameras that do their thing on their AI. Got to watch them. They be trying to run shit. I'm telling you, for real. Behind me, Alexa. Can't talk too loud with that nosy girl. Alexa, if she keep talking without being asked a question, just butting in, I wouldn't eat that if I was you.
I'm not sure.
See? She just did. She gonna end up in the garage sale. I'm telling you, I ain't playing with her. Boy, look, y'all. Okay. I feel like an expectant mother. I'm not kidding. I cannot wait. Oh my goodness. Next week is going to be historical. We're talking about the Power We. We're talking about it. And it's the we part. It's the we part. This morning, let me tell you what happened. I'm going to get our guests in here. This morning, I'm standing outside getting ready for the gym, right? So I sit out there every morning, look around, check my roses and tulips and stuff. And all of a sudden, just started talking. I was like, what you want? Right? For real. Because I was like, let somebody know, And it was so interesting because I heard what is greater than me say, oh, so you ready? And my little smart mouth, I was born ready. And then I heard, So then I said, so what do I need to do between now and next week? And the voice said, what you should do between now and your next moment, your best. I said, well, how long do I get to do this? And they said, until it is complete. We don't have to, we worry about stuff we ain't got no business worrying about, right? Right? Can I get an amen? Y'all, listen, we're living in times right now, as we all know, that are just rough. There's wars, there's pandemic, and there's all that stuff that ain't hit the news yet. And most of it never will. That's the stuff that's left to us, the we, to find it and fix it, to take strong to stronger, great to greater. Okay, I only went to the 12th grade. Can I say and good to gooder? I'm just playing. I'm kidding. Hey, don't play 12th grade, but I did graduate with honors. So if I wouldn't have been in the foster system coming out, I probably could have went to college. They didn't have nothing for FAFSA for foster kids back then, but that has changed. Thank you, Jesus. Listen, I brought some people in today. All along for the last 5 months, I've been bringing in people that have been to the Power We, that have participated in the Power We, that have supported the Power We, but I have yet had a guest or two, as is the case this morning, that have never been to a Power We. And I want to hear and there's a lot of y'all coming for the first time. We can't wait. So I want to hear today from those of you out there that are going to be watching virtually. Look, ain't no excuses now. Purpose is taking that and swept all those crumbs of excuse completely off the table. In order for people to be able to do something with an opportunity, first of all, those people that like us who are providing the opportunity, you got to mean it. You got to mean it. Because why? Because when we mean things, they instantly become meaningful somewhere in your universe. So I just want you to know, come and get yourself some of this next week. I guarantee you will be changed. This is not just an event. Actually, in my world, it's not an event at all. You want to know what it is? It's an anointed experience. And when you find one and you embrace one and you hold on to that one, before you know it, you're living moment by moment inside of anointed experience. It is a place. It is a place. It is a place. So here we go. We have, oh yeah, y'all know the Donovan Vernon coming, right? From the Hulu show Queens. Yes, the Donovan Vernon coming. And that was me pretending I had the Donovan Vernon hair. Well, this is gonna be good. Because you'll see. Here come Prince Michael and Shima Stroud, y'all. It's gonna get good. Get yourself a donut today, for real. Go on and splurge. Okay, who got a donut? You at the hotel lobby, Prince. You can get one. I got mine. I'm wearing it right here. There's my donut.
No.
For real.
No snacks.
How are y'all doing? I'm backing us off. I'm backing us off like this. There we go.
Oh, good.
I know, right?
Like right there.
Right. Hercules. I was like, my head was so big already. How are y'all doing? Welcome.
We are great.
Good. I'm good.
Okay, Shima Stroud. And
Yes.
okay, they're already asking. Let's just get this white elephant out the room.
What?
So, is that a stage name, Prince Michael, or is your real name Rufus Earl? I'm kidding.
Yes, it actually is my pseudonym. It is. I decided to brand myself to this name back when I was in college, and so professionally, everyone knows me as Prince Michael. No one actually knows
Michael. It could. Well, I should have known. Well, why you didn't put one of them things over it or
Right.
something to make you
Oh
go up?
no, darling, no. My little cousin actually is the one that started pronouncing it like that, and I said, "Oh, that's cute.
That's cute. Kids will do it. I like that. What hotel you in? They got a wall like that. That ain't no
Oh,
Motel 6.
I'm actually in Charlotte. I'm down here. I'm actually visiting Tracy.
Oh,
So
that's right.
yeah,
Girl, who is now MIA? I hope she's okay. Probably taking Jordan to school or something.
she's in there.
Getting herself together.
She right here. Tracy right here.
You know what? Good. How are you gonna come
What's
in?
up?
Okay, y'all up in the
I
same
don't have my
room.
glasses on, but hello, Gina.
Welcome. So Tracy, are you gonna join us?
Sure. Let me grab a chair.
Yeah, come
I
on.
just got
Okay,
it.
grab a chair. So Shima,
Yes,
where are you? Clearly, you're not in the hotel room in Charlotte.
I am not. I am in New Jersey in my office. I'm actually at work.
You're at work.
Right
Don't
now.
get fired, girl. You okay? So y'all know I predicted that Shima is gonna be like the next Black Oprah. You know, and why do we say Black Oprah when we know Oprah's black? Because there's
Right.
a couple white Oprahs out there. Y'all just ain't caught on yet. But you're the next Black Oprah. So
I'll take it. I'll
you're
take it.
here. Now you're on a show. Tell everybody about the show you and Tracy are on together. Shima.
Oh, we are on a show called Femme Talk when we talk about everything.
Mhm.
Mhm.
The good, the bad, and the sexy.
I like that.
Yes,
Yes.
darling.
You know what? You know what? You know what? You doing too much, Shima. You
I
fat.
am. I'm sorry.
Look at it. She just
It's early in the morning.
Y'all see her just okay. Yeah.
But
I
it
see
is
Oh,
a great
Shima,
little
you look
show.
like
We
you
enjoy
did- wait a minute.
ourselves.
Wait a minute. Hold on.
It's not a little show, it's a big show.
Come on now.
Oh, I'm sorry. Well,
That's
you know,
right.
Nationally
Figure something
syndicated
out.
show.
No,
That's right.
hold on. Shima.
that's what we talking
Yeah,
about.
you've
Yes,
been in this house. Okay, y'all. I'm like I ain't even talking.
I
I'm just
apologize.
saying. I know. They know each other. They act like they see that's the bathroom moments. You forget you ain't in your living room.
Right. See, that's
But you've been in this house before, and I know for a fact I did not need to put sunglasses on in your presence, but I'm tempted to right now. What's this glow all about?
Oh,
Oh, Shima got a man.
no, but I'll
What
take
Shima
one.
got?
We've got
I am taking application.
Well, there'll be a lot of applications
Tracy,
given
how
at
did
the Power We.
What she say?
I think we have a hopeful.
Oh, there is a
Oh,
hole.
okay. They know something. Hold that thought. We're gonna
I-
get to it. Now, Prince Michael, you're a flight attendant.
yes, by day.
By that. Oh. Okay, that's what we don't have.
Not Femme
bathroom
Talk.
moments at the night no more. So y'all gonna have to wait and find out at the Power We what the night job is. 'Cause, you know. So tell me this. What airline do you fly with?
I currently fly for Southwest Airlines. I formerly worked for Delta Airlines.
Okay, Delta, one of my favorites. Southwest, good. Except my family that comes from California always takes Southwest with their cheap asses.
You know,
And
you
make
know
me
what
miss
they, you know what they say. You got to go where the money at, honey.
I just don't like. I'm saying I love the airline, but my relatives, because they get those Southwest cheap flights, not at O'Hare. They go to
Well, we do go to O'Hare.
huh?
We fly to O'Hare.
They always go to Midway.
No, but we do fly to O'Hare though.
I know, but they don't go there.
They don't choose.
Oh
that.
yeah.
And you
Well, you know,
go-
flying into Midway is cheaper.
That's what I'm saying. But it's also scarier because you feel like you're getting ready to get carjacked on Cicero. No, they take an Uber from there. I ain't going down there. I
You
don't
can
care.
just fly them first class.
What?
You can fly them first class though.
I ain't flying nobody. I'm just saying they grown. No, don't get me going. For real, I'm trying to love you. I'm trying to remember. I love Jesus.
Come on now. Let them use you.
I'm trying to start my day off. Man, they make me so mad though. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes they do. They do. Because
You love them, but they work your nerves.
they're the kind of people that somebody did this a couple months ago. Just, oh, I'm here. Where? At the airport. You didn't get my text. When? Back in June of last year.
Mm-mm. No.
So anyway, that's family. You know,
No.
that's not, and speaking of family, let's talk about the family. Known as the Power We. Now, Tracy, you've never been. reset coach. You've been to reset coach, but the reset coach and Tracy have never been to the Power of We. Now you have a sweet spot roll. You got the I don't know what to call it, a cinnamon roll spot, but it's a good one. You're one of the two main stage MCs, and I'm so excited. I'm excited to see what you bring with Dano of Weekly Dose of Dano. Tell us, let's just go around the circle. So Tracy, because you were in first, and you actually work within my coaching program, which here it comes in 3, 2, 1, shameless plug. I ain't gonna even try to pull the banner up. Oh yes, I will. Okay, there it is. 3, 2, 1. Well, because what I love about my coaching brand is that I promise you, when you do the work, I didn't say if, I said when you do the work, I'll provide the stages. That's what I tell you guys. And so, how does it feel to be hitting the stage literally in under a week?
I'm honored, honestly.
What?
I'm honored. I am honored.
Oh, you scared?
No, I'm not scared. I'm excited. I'm ready. I'm
Have
ready.
you ever been an MC before?
I only at church events.
Oh,
We've
counts.
we've done a lot of we've done a lot of church events, so I've definitely been the MC for those.
well, we might have you doubling up, because if somebody get happy up in there, you know, we gonna have them sheets ready.
Right.
You know, the sheets they throw on them when they fall out, so they draw some stuff don't be showing. Yeah, you know, my mom was one of them, the church nurses. Be sitting up there. Yeah.
I'll make sure my shoes are comfortable so I can run.
Right.
I'm telling you what, them church nurses ain't no joke. They some master pinchers. When I was little, they used to pinch a plug in my ass. I ain't got
Pull your ear.
because I'd be talking. Oh, yeah, clearly. So listen, I want to hear a little bit about these kids' age. This time the range is across the rainbow. It really is. It's from, I think I even have a 6th grader that a parent called. Yesterday, I had a parent for the very first time call, excited, but a little tinge of desperate in her voice. And she says, listen, I heard through the grapevine about Power We, but I know they come through schools and big organizations, but I have a 17-year-old son who is just moments away from dropping out of high school. And I just want to get him there. Is there any way? And it really brought it home for me. And I, you know, because it's not just for schools and stuff, it's for kids all the way to 24. There may be a person getting their GED at nighttime or whatever. We don't know people's challenges, but we do know that people still need hope and they need encouragement and they need to be loved up on. And that's what we're going to do. So Tracy, let's start with you. When you were the age of this audience, these VIPs, these kids, what would you say was your greatest challenge? You don't have to be, you know, name names or anything like that, but what would you say was, you know, that thing that we had? And we all had one. Everybody know they did. I thought my lips were too big or whatever it is, you know, didn't have no booty, whatever it was. She had titties and I didn't, whatever it was, you know. And it's interesting how all of those were connected to body things. What does that say about
that? Well, yeah.
I'm glad I heard that. Watch, I'll be running. Ryan, you know what I just said? What it mean? What it mean, bro? He always says, I ain't no dream interpreter. And then walks away, you know. But then when he is in my head, I can tell. So how's that make you feel, Lord? So I want to hear about it. Tracy, you first. Prince, you right next to Tracy. You go second. Shima, bring up to here. That one thing that you kept to yourself and you hoped nobody found out about.
Well, it was definitely around what you were just talking about, the body shaming part of it. Big forehead and very, very skinny. Like even my family, my nickname was Olive Oil.
As long as they didn't nickname you Tyra Banks, then you know you have a big ass forehead. I'm just kidding, Tyra. I love you, girl. No, I'm just kidding. Everybody else is talking about. I'm just saying, but you made it look good.
Yes.
So
much so that I had like, my hair was like Shaka Khan when I was younger. Shima can attest to this. I had a lot of hair, and I used to cut my own bangs just to cover my forehead.
What
did you go like this? Excuse me, did you say something to me? Okay. So would you say you were a product of bullying?
No, I've never been bullied. I've never been bullied. except for my family, maybe.
I know they was capping.
Because we have a lot of jokesters in my family, so you know nobody is left out. You get teased, you know, you get picked on. They have nicknames for you. You know,
Was there anything, Tracy, when you were that age? Let's say teenager. Let's pick age. Let's say 13 to 17.
Mm-hmm.
Was there anything in that time frame that you can remember? Anything? What broke your heart? Something in the world? Betrayal of a friend? Low self-esteem?
Well, for me,
for me,
it was having to kick my father out of the house.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's what broke my heart. So I was dealing so much with the internal, the outside world, like school. I didn't get picked on at school. I didn't really feel like there was much happening at school against me, but what was happening at home was so much more important than school. School was my escape, honestly.
Well, you know, a lot of people are probably going, did she say she kicked her father out? How she kicked her father out? So, but you made a move. You had to call the police one day. Everyone, she's told the story. But so how did that make you feel at the time? Because that's actually what a lot of these kids have to deal with. You guys heard me talking about the other day after I went out to the prep school last week for their fall what do you call it? Festival. Fall festival. Met some students and whatnot. They'll be there next Thursday. And they were telling me that one of the saddest things they've recently seen is there's a group of girls, I think it's 3 of them, and they are all getting almost perfect grades, 3rd, 4th, 5th, and 6th hours, but they're all failing 1st and 2nd. So they were like, these girls don't even really hang together. What's going on? So they pulled them in and found out that the reason is because they are in charge of getting younger siblings to school. So, and oftentimes those schools are in different directions. So if they go over here, take this one, take these 2 over there, then take a bus or an L back the opposite direction for an hour to get to their own school. And by the time they get there, they're in 3rd hour. So that what I'm getting at, there are a lot of kids who bear the responsibilities of a parent and or an adult at best. And it sounds like you did that, you know, way back in the olden days when you was young and had to do it. Y'all see how I did that?
Way back in the olden days.
Way back in the olden days. I am on my 26th anniversary of my 25th birthday. So.
Okay, I like that. I like that. So how long did it take you to grow into the purpose piece of that decision? Because, you know, for a long time, it seems like, you know, we got to go through the questioning. It's almost like grieving. There's stages. So how long would you say it took for you to get to that place where you understood, okay, I see the value here. I see why this had to have been. How long did that take, or are you still looking?
I think I've gone through different cycles, different waves, to be honest. Like in college, I felt like I had arrived, that I was at peace with it, because I used to at that point in college, I decided that I didn't want to talk to my father anymore. I shut him out. And then he passed away my 3rd year of college. So then I had to reconcile with him when he was dead.
Somebody had that same situation on the show the other day. Remember the girl? She said the last conversation with her mother was an argument, and her mother went to work and dropped dead at work. And yeah. Okay, hold that. What about you, Prince? What was that thing for you that you thought, I don't know, you know, no kid should have to deal with that?
Well, when I was in school, 6th, 7th, 8th, and 6th, 7th, 8th, 9th, and part of 10th grade, I was 98 pounds. And I remember my mom taking me to the doctor, and they were just like, Miss Grant, ain't nothing wrong with him. And nothing was wrong. And when you're that thin and everybody else is starting to fill out, and it seems like everybody else is starting to mature, people knew better than to try and bully me in school. But you are the talk of conversations, which is how I got into modeling, because that body shape was perfect for modeling. I was a 22-inch waist. So everyone loved it. And I mean, I did it for a while until I can actually build my confidence, but modeling at the same time can also destroy your confidence if you do not come from a solid foundation. So I'll definitely say that it would probably be that. But because of that, it shaped me into who I am. Because one of the guys that was actually doing a lot of the talking, because I was different, so to speak, at the same time, he had an issue with that. And he was a twin.
What happened? You had like 3 feet.
Say it again?
You had 3 feet, or you
No.
know, a nipple on your back. What
No,
do you mean different? I have no idea what you mean.
So basically what I mean by that is that, you know, when I was in school, it wasn't as popular as it is now to like the same gender or even think that you like the same gender. And so when I was in school, I was just like, oh, okay, I think that this is what I like. And he had an issue with that. But then I later found out that people that act like that and just hate you so much, they have their own skeletons and their own demons that they're dealing with. And it's something that they actually like. So when I actually realized that, I said, oh, you know what? Child, ain't nothing wrong with me. It's something wrong with you. I know who I am. Do you know who you are? So
the 98-pound thing, Prince, if there was nothing physically wrong, so why do you think, or what do you know today about, was there an eating disorder? And because, you know, you got to ask, because that has a lot. That's a prevalent thing in the modeling industry. And so you had it before you were doing whatever before. Did you ever find out why, and why all of a sudden did you get past 98 pounds?
So I also ran track as well. And my mother was an athlete as well. My mother was very thin. My mom was a 00, even after she had me. And then she slowly started to gain weight. I'm the last child. My mom had me when
she 00.
Is that big?
No, I mean, no sense. That's wrong. They didn't even get to have a size.
No, my mom, as everyone said, when my mom was younger, she was nothing but eyes, hair, and that was it. And because she turned sideways and there was nothing. All you saw was hair and eyes. That was it. So, you know, and I just felt as though that it was probably the same thing. It was just genetics, because I literally did nothing different. However, when I went to college, I contributed it to me being a late bloomer, because when I went to college, I didn't gain the freshman 15, I gained 35 pounds. So when I came back that year trying to work and still model, it didn't go over that well, because I also had cut my hair, because I didn't want people looking at me differently. I wanted a different look when I got to college. So, yeah, so it was different, but
all a part of finding oneself.
Yes. And I've clearly found myself now.
Yes, good. And feeling pretty good about it, right?
Yes, darling.
That's right. That's how it's supposed to be. Tima, what about you? What comes to mind? Same question.
A lot of it says all these similarities with the body image stuff. Also, though you cannot tell, I was also that skinny kid, very skinny, very tall. Well, not really. I shot up very fast in those teen years, and then towards the end of them, I had hair issues. I felt like my hair was too short, my skin was too dark. I'm skinny. I didn't have any breasts. And then towards the end of my high school stint, I was diagnosed with thyroid disease. So I blowed up from being this skinny girl. I was like this huge 18, 20, 22 size girl out of nowhere. And there's nothing I could do about it. But the good thing is that I went on to college. And like you say, that's where you find yourself. You beat yourself up those 4 years because you're like, oh my God, what is this? What do I do with this? I'm not dating. Nobody's going to like this. Never had a problem with the educational part of it because I'm a smart girl. I'm not even going to shy away from that. Very smart girl.
Yeah.
But it was just that self-image. I never felt like I had low self-esteem. I just felt like I want to assimilate. I want to look more like everybody else.
Like everyone.
Because I don't want to stand out so much.
Same thing Prince was trying to do.
Yeah. But now I love it.
Different.
I love walking in the room almost 6 feet tall.
Come on.
Damn near 300 pounds with 5-inch heels on and
Commanding
the
it,
room.
baby.
I don't have a problem with that at all now.
Go, girl.
But you know, we tell these kids those things. It takes a moment to get there. They don't want to hear that, but it does. It takes some stuff to get to that place where you're okay with this, or even okay with what you saw at 13 and 14.
And even understanding that it's all going to change year over year, it changes.
Well,
Even
let's talk
in your
about
20s
this.
and 30s, it's still going to change.
Okay. But let's put this out there, because this is kind of a biased group here,
I know.
wherein you all three of you went to college. So for the teen, and that's one of the main thrusts this year, as far as our overall objectives for these students that are coming. And we have, 2 universities that are going to be, well, really 10 when you count UL Systems has 9 themselves. And then National Louis University is going to be in the house to talk to us, Power of WE, about partnering with mentoring. So that's why I'm asking, because how do you guys feel? And this is how I'm going to frame this question. There's a difference when, I want to know, everybody can point back to that one person who made that change or made that impact that got you, that's still with you. So I wanted to ask you, was that person in your life before college and helped get you there? You see what I'm saying? What I'm getting at, I didn't go I took classes, but I don't have a college degree, no. But here on the other hand, I already told you, I was like, dude, am I supposed to talk about this yet? That honorary doctorate thing. And still, yesterday, the letters were coming in that they had to get. So I was like, I don't want to read them. I don't want to read them. And I said, you just read the letters. No, because it's not that I don't believe what's within, because I trust those people in my golden circle of influence. However, it still is one of those things within me where I just go, quit joking, quit playing. I'm the last one. That's why I use that pseudo joke or whatever it is about, if God wrote a book about his relationship with me, it would be Motivating Dummies. You know what I mean? Because sometimes I think I do that because I'm afraid to believe I can't do what Shima just did. Oh, because I'm a smart girl. This, that, other. Because there's still some bruises from the tips of those boots that kicked me saying that thing so long ago. So that's why I love things like the Power of WE and people coming that can say, no, even that. There's still a ring in that bathtub of pain. We can help you scrub it out. Can I get an amen? So who's the one person? Let's start with you this time. Shima, go backwards. Who's the one person that you can point to and say, because I know mine. I'll just put mine out there first. Mine was Anne. Well, she was Ann Hasselbaum then, my caseworker. She was my first caseworker, and she picked me up from my home that day, and she was 3 weeks out of college. She had a fresh caseworker, and when I reunited with her 32 years later, after finding my mother first, I went straight to find Ann, and it was about 6 weeks later, and she was 3 weeks out from retiring. So the whole career and life passed between why I point back to her, because as we walked up to that very first door, and I thought it was like looking at the Munsters house. I just knew the steps were going to open up and that dragon was going to be under there, and Lily and the grandpa lived in it. I just knew it. And she said, listen, I want you to know, I'm going to show you the first thing about being a gentleman. She goes, if anything is, and she got down on one knee and she looked at me and she goes, if anything is ever wrong, if you're ever fearful, if something just doesn't feel right, and you feel no one's going to believe you, even if someone threatens you not to talk about it, I want you to always say to me when I'm leaving, I'm going to ask you to walk me to my car and be a gentleman. Just do it. And you don't even have to say a word. If something's wrong on the way to the car, squeeze my hand 2 times. And I promise you, I'll be back before the sun goes down. She did that 7 times over the 5 years we worked together. And I know 7 times that woman literally saved my physical life. I know it. I know it. Because none of the boys that were in that house, all three of them died before they were 15 years old within that same system. So I'm their spokesperson too. So that's why I say Ann. Shima, you're up. Who was it for you?
Oh, I hate to always go to the same place because we always talk about family, but I gotta
Truth
say
is the truth. It ain't gonna change.
it's right. It's always gonna be. It's always been my mom, because she is just relentless. She's not giving up. She don't give up on us. She's not giving up on anybody else. She loves on and nurtures everybody. Everybody. And because she did it with me and I watched her do it with so many others, it just keeps me rejuvenated, keeps me propelled. It just, and she's not, I'm not acting like my mom is the bake you cookies and kiss your forehead. Now she gonna bake you cookies, but she gonna tell you some good stuff you might not like.
She's gonna tell you what you need,
and it might have some curse words in there.
Okay, don't get your black ass in there.
Right, those are the ones.
And then the phone, and they be going. And another thing, wait, hold on.
Exactly. Right. I'll be at church Sunday.
My mom would do that. I'd look over and I'd go like, you so wrong.
Right.
Anyway, that's our mamas. So, Prince, what about you? Anybody come to mind?
Yes, actually, Kevin Green. And everybody thought that we were related because we had the same,
Kevin Green got a sister named Lucretia. Used to live in that yellow house around by Miss Maxwell, the freeze cup lady.
I'm done.
That I don't know.
That's a common thing.
I know Big Bug ain't got no sister named Lucretia though. He said, Lucretia, you lost me, baby.
Okay, go ahead.
No, mine would have to be Kevin. I met this guy when I was in college, and everyone thought that we were related because we had the same last name. And so we just started telling people we were cousins. But Kevin was just this person that just walked in this authority. And he just, everything about him was just so graceful. And it's like he just knew who he was. There was a confidence that just exuded out of him. And I was like, wow, I want that. It wasn't that I wanted to be like him. I just wanted what he had, that confidence. And he said one day that you can never look for someone else to give you what's already in you.
Ooh.
And I will never forget that. And from that point forward, I started to, embody that. And God rest his soul, because he did pass last year. But I was just like, wow, the impact that you left on me is everlasting. Everlasting.
Everlasting impact. Oh, I love that. Thank you for that. Gave me some chills in there. Okay, reset coach Tracy Randolph.
Yeah. This question, because it's hard to pick one person.
What?
But I'm gonna say I'm gonna have to give you two, only because both are in my family. But one is my great aunt Bibi, because that love and support that Shima was talking about earlier, that was her all the way. I mean,
still is.
It still is, but I'm just saying when she was more vibrant, right? That was her, like unmatched support for, and again, like Shima was talking about her mother, for any and everybody that she knew. So from that, I have to say her, but then I also have to say my mother, because of the resilience that my mother has and the fight that she has and the strength. So I got all of that from her. But that love and support piece that comes from my Aunt Bibi first.
We got the scales a little tipped too. We sorry, but that her mom is, and my mom was friends before we were born.
Yeah.
And Bibi is my godmother.
Yeah.
So we got a little bit of all. I mean, we had some. When I tell you.
Yeah, and it comes from all of them too. So it's hard to say one, because Shima's mother had a huge impact in my life. So it's really hard to name one. So then you have to start with your mother, because of the power that, and the strength and the resilience that they show. But we were just raised by just a strong, magnificent group of women. It's just none like them. So Yeah, it's hard to name just one. I'd have to say all the women in our life, really.
Right. And
Yeah,
you just got a little bit of everything from everybody.
yeah.
Where you were lacking, where one may be lacking, somebody else was
Huh?
coming along with it.
Comcast.
That's how you do that thing. That's how professionals do that thing.
That's right.
What I miss?
But we were talking about the
Love.
women in our family. So that's why I said it's hard to really just name one, because even Sheila's mom had a huge impact in my life. We had a group of women that were just these strong, resilient, just women that just showed us how to be ladies, but then also showed us how to fight. So it's hard to really name one, because there's so many that had such an impact on us. We had a community. We really had a community.
See, what a blessing. What a blessing. So, those of you out there who have been listening, now's the time to chime in. Drop it in the comments. Just who was it? We're trying to connect some dots. We're more similar than we give ourselves credit for, but we never know that unless we are transparent in sharing our stories and truth with each other. And there's a point to all this. There's a point to all this. Real quick, I just want to remind you guys, we got a short break coming up just now in a second. But don't forget, grab your tickets. They're in the house. There they are. The Soul Children of Chicago, Grammy award-winning gospel choir, a Grammy awarded a few years back for their work with Three Doors Down. They're going to be just bringing it hot and fast. You best believe it. We also want you to know that we got our winners. They're in. The selection process has finished. All of the scoring has been done, and we have our top 3 essay presenters, and you'll be hearing all about that and more all 1 week from yesterday, the 27th of April, where the 3rd annual Power of WE Symposium will be taking place at the beautiful Stan Mansion. We know not everybody wants to get out there and travel the world, and then we respect that decision. But we also have to respect the obligation to this opportunity by making sure you know you can still be a part of it if you choose. What I mean is grab your at-home virtual pay-per-view ticket. Watch from the comfort of wherever you're comfortable. Just come. You can still pour in, and more importantly, you can still be poured into. We'll be right back.
The Power of We was a way of inclusion, a way of inviting anyone who needed or wanted a place to belong.
It was just very clear to me that this was something that would really benefit the young folks right here.
And to be able to give them a different perspective, that I know where they come from, I know what they're experiencing because I was there too, and letting them know that there's different actions that they can take that'll lead to a different destiny.
We really needed to hear that. In order to change our community, we needed to hear that.
And they are inspired to invest in making it happen. That's powerful.
I was trying to hit the show me your soul thing, and it just kept clicking and clicking and clicking like I wouldn't be nothing. Did you anything? That's her. She back there. Click on. I got control now. I'm telling you, she gonna end up in the garage sale. Mark my word. Keep playing with me. Anyway, you guys, we're gonna get our guest back in here. Got another question for. Oh, wait a minute. Now y'all just gotta sit there because I got in trouble last week for missing a day. Real quick. Hey, everybody. Wait, I can't watch it. Wait, I want you to know about a change that I made a couple years ago, and I'm so grateful, seriously, that I did. As I grow older, almost 60, July 4th, I'll hit it. But you know what? I used to laugh when I used to see my granny drinking this. Now I know why, right? Because as we get older, we have to make small changes that create big impact in our lives. And this has done it for me. I replaced the Diet Coke, the monster drinks, all those things that were no longer serving me. Why? Because 60 calories is better than 400. 100% vegetable juice is better than names you can't pronounce. And there's 2 full servings, 2 of vegetables in every can. I love it. It's easy to find, not expensive, and it's good for me. So head down the juice aisle at your local grocer and just give it a try. You might be surprised. V8, grab yours today. Okay, there we go. Now, that's made up for because yesterday I did a speed reading. Right. So anyway, now as let me see. 8:28, we're doing well on time. I wanted to, this last lap, if we could, talk about expectations. Now, and why is that so important? I'll tell you why. For me personally, because for decades, up until not too long ago, probably a year or so, I lived in a world of surprise. I didn't even realize it, but every time something great would happen in my life, Brian, my husband, and I, we'd have a happy dance we do in the dining room, and he just stopped dead one day in the middle of, "What's wrong with you, honey?" I was like, "What do you mean?" He goes, "You're not doing the happy dance right. What's wrong?" And I said, "Oh no!" And then it dawned on me, "Oh, I know, I forgot. God told me, they told me. What is greater than whispered to me? Boy, stop living in a world of surprise. You're manifesting what you said you needed to complete this journey in the manner in which your soul has chosen. So why are you surprised? You should be expectant." And so expectations leave us expecting. You don't want to leave something like the power and go, "Boy, can you believe what it was just? I am shocked." Because then right after that, you're going to be saying, "Well, what happened, girl? I was sitting over to mind my business, and this woman with an opportunity came out of nowhere and just out of the blue." She said, "Oh, look at all them lies." Out of nowhere, out of the blue. She just, arbitrarily chose to talk to me. No, when we are there, everything is purposeful. When you come and you mean it, you're going to walk away with something meaningful. So I want to hear from each of you, because everybody already knows what the power we do, because they already started blowing my phone up. Jeanette Ramos called me last night. "I'm already packed. She don't even leave till Wednesday." She told me I'm already packed. So expectations are high. What are they for each of you? Let's start with Prince.
Well, honestly, when I first decided that I was going to come to the Power of We, I had no idea what it was. I'm just being completely honest. I had no idea what it was. I just knew that my friend was going to be there, and then I loved your energy. So I was just like, okay, well, I just want to go and support. And it wasn't until Tracy said, "Well, do you even know what it is?" I said, "No." And she was like, she said, "Why don't you just look at it?" So, and then when I researched and I looked at it, I was like, oh my gosh, I love other people's kids. And I was a mentor for the Department of Children and Families down in Florida, and I understand the importance of making sure that we pour back into our youth. Our youth is actually our tomorrow. It's actually our tomorrow, and a lot of times we forget that, because these kids are the next presidents. These are the next senators. These are the next. And if we don't pour back into them, then who else will?
Right.
And when I looked at what you were doing, I said, oh, I can definitely get behind this. So my expectation is for the kids to come and leave better in which they came. So.
Right. Awesome. What about for yourself? What would you hope you might find unexpectedly that would?
Well,
not a date.
You know
No
what
dates.
You know where I'm going with this.
Oh, you
well,
looking,
first off, I've never met.
Forever. You looking for that forever person?
No, well, no.
Oh, you already had that.
I'm getting married. I just don't know when or to whom. So that's why I've been working out so much. But no, no. So I honestly, one, I've never met you. So I was just like, oh my gosh, I've been on your show twice. And I'm like, okay, so I have to meet Lauren, and plus you have my brother's name, one of my brother's names. And, but what my expectation leaving there is to honestly see how I can work with you in a better capacity.
Awesome.
And see you in your element.
Yeah. Oh, thank you. I'm grateful for that and looking forward to it as well. Looking forward. Shima?
I heard about it straight from the horse's mouth. And just hearing it sounded wonderful to me. I've always been an advocate for children. I used to be a teacher. I love them since I was a kid. I've early on babysitter, all of that great stuff. I've always been around children. I've always loved, like Prince said, other people's children. I love everybody's children.
Right.
So I, of course, was interested when you told me. More interested when my bestie said that you asked her to MC, because I just love to see her elevate as well. And I'm always ready to go somewhere. He faded out. I might as well keep going.
He cut out because he probably had something funny to say. You know? And I saw his face, and then he cut out.
That's what you get.
So keep going, Shima.
Go ahead. So I think he can hear you.
So those things are the draws for me, of course. Now I'm gonna be very selfish and say that I can't wait to see the children's transformation. I'm a person that likes to see anybody's aha moment. I like to watch it, and I like to be able to say, oh my God, did you see it? Like, did you see it happen? And I can't wait. Selfishly, I cannot wait to watch that happen for the children, even the ones who've been there before, and now they're getting a second chance at it.
I'm on my phone.
I know. Uh-oh.
See, it ain't never about one thing. Take that, Comcast.
Right.
Shut up. I better shut up before they call AT&T and say, cut his data.
Right.
Right.
Turn your phone.
Turn your phone.
Oh.
There you go.
There you go.
What? Oh, but now the camera's in a weird place. I don't know where to
That's
look.
okay. It's got you.
It's okay. We on my phone too, so I get it.
Okay.
There you go.
Oh.
Perfect.
Okay.
Don't move it.
Let me see. What's the time? 8:54. Okay, we're doing good. Maybe it'll come back before then. Let me look at the light over there. So, okay. Oh, y'all see all the ceiling and stuff? That ain't right. Okay, I'm doing right here. Oh,
good.
Why ain't nobody tell me I had oatmeal still here? I'm playing. So listen, Tracy. Now you got a trifecta going on as far as expectations. You most likely should have. What I mean by that is you have your own personal. We're all looking for what can be poured into us. We don't sometimes know what it's called, but we know that's the part of the purpose, part of the promise. Because why would it say my cup runs over? It ain't never said my cup runs out. Right. So you got your personal piece, you've got your professional piece because you're on the main stage, and then you have one of the most important pieces. You're bringing one of our VIPs, which means a kid, because they're all our VIPs that day. They are what it's all about. So how does that feel? And what's the trifecta answer for you with those three important elements?
I'm going to start with my son because that's the most important part of this all. Because of where he is, he's 15 right now, and he's in that awkward stage that we were all talking about earlier. So I want to see him have his breakthroughs, his ahas. I want to see him respect where the kids that may not have, the things that he has. I want him to respect where they are and want to come out of this helping people. And understanding, like and get a better understanding of where he's going to go later on in life.
Wait. I got two of me. Okay, wait. Okay, no, wait.